What's going on? Today we will be doing another Active Directory vulnerable machine. The machine name is VulnNet Roasted. It is a new machine from TryHackMe. And of course, in order to deploy the machine, you have to have a subscription, active subscription account. So let's go and find out, or let's go and discover the diagram of the machine, and then we dive into the practical scenario. So in this machine, we have an Active Directory machine. Okay, the first stage we perform the DNS recon, the recon. We perform an Nmap scan to find out that the target machine is running a Windows Active Directory. And one of the services that have been found is Smb. So that's why we do Smb enumeration. Having done Smb enumeration, we found out that we can retrieve some files from some shares, but actually these files are not of use in this scenario. So we see an IPC remote share that's on read-only state. So we go from Smb enumeration to AS web roasting. In AS web roasting, we aim to find the hashes of the usernames or the active usernames on the Active Directory machine where the pre-authentication or Kerberoast pre-authentication is not enabled. Once we have some hashes, we perform another Kerberoasting attack where we will use the existing and found hashes from the previous attack to get more hashes for more usernames. So we will end up with a service principal name or account with its hash, and we will log in with evil WinRM to get the first shell. So once we log into evil WinRM, we will find plain text credentials in a VPS or virtual basic script. We grab the credentials, we perform DNS sync attack, and we get to the root. That's the overall strategy in this scenario. So you will rely only on AS web roasting and Kerberoasting to find out or to find the hashes of the users by which you will gain access and perform further attacks to gain admin privileges. Okay, so let's dive in and go to Nmap Scan. So this is the Nmap Scan. As you can see here from the results, we see the domain name is vulnerable reset.local0. And among the services that have been discovered, we see here Kerberoast, which indicates that the target machine is running Windows Active Directory. And we see BIOS, we see also LDAP. All of these are indicators of Active Directory or presence of Active Directory. We see also HTTP, but we will not use that. Yes, so the next step, as we explained, let's perform Smb enumeration. To perform the Smb enumeration, you have two options. You either use Smb client or you use Smb map. We're going to use both. So sudo Smb client -l looking for the backslashes, but seems like they just a second. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get the IP of the machine, which is right here. Okay, now we put 2 backslashes. We log in with null session. Same as logging in with anonymous. So we see here, we have a couple of shares. We have vulnerable net business anonymous disk, and we have vulnerable net enterprise anonymous disk. And notably, we have IPC, which is set on remote, set on read only, I guess, remote IPC, yes. So it's set on remote IPC. So basically, if I do the same enumeration, but with SMB map, sudo SMB map -h, and we try with anonymous, authentication error, anonymous. So it seems like, let's correct this one. Profile is not open on. Wow. Okay. Let me check. So sudo nmap -b 445. Yep. -pn. It is filtered. Okay. Let's get back to the SMB client then. And this time, let's try to access the share, which is vulnerable net enterprise anonymous disk. This one. Connection to, okay, seems like we have a connection problem. Let's check out the connection here. Well, actually, it is a connection problem. Okay, now it's supposed to be good. Let's try again. Seems the machine is down. Okay, I'm terminating the machine now and restarting the machine again. This would or should solve the issue. So if we get back to the results here, what we will do, we will try to access this share, and we will be granted access actually, but the files in this share are useless in this scenario. So I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use the files here, but I'm demonstrating to you guys the possible ways you can enumerate the shares. But anyway, as we found here, we have IPC, which is set on remote IPC, and we will run the SMB map now, hopefully after the machine starts. And to see that the difference in the results between SMB map and SMB client is that SMB map returns the permissions on the share. So we see the comment and we will see the permissions on the share. The permissions on the share will give us not a roadmap, but will give us some kind of guidance on how we can proceed further in the testing. So we will see that APC the permissions on this share is set to read only, which means that we can enumerate the users on the Active Directory target machine. We don't need to rely on the permissions on the IPC to know that we can enumerate the users. We know we can do that with Kerberoast, which we will do here, but let's first wait for the machine to boot up. So we got the new IP. Let's check we can reach the new machine. Still no luck. Yep, we don't have internet problem. So here we can connect, but weird enough, we cannot ping the machine. If we can't ping the machine, we can't perform the testing. Okay, finally. Right, so now we will get back to the Smb map and here change the IP address. So instead of 189.221, 212, and 32. Authentication error. So as I said earlier, as you can see, we have the shares and we have the permissions listed, which is more thorough output than Smb client. Now we see IPC is set on read only. When IPC is set on read only, which means we can enumerate for the SIDs of the users. To do that, what we will do here, we will go to we'll see debug and go to packets. It has been a while since I haven't opened the folder, so I hope I can remember what I'm doing. Let's see the packet, see the examples. So here, what we will use, we'll use looks up ID, sudo looks up sid.py. So we will look up the SID of the users in hopes that we will find out the active usernames on the Active Directory machine. We'll use the anonymous credentials, anonymous at, of course, we grab the IP, and let's pipe the output to T, usernames, and what else? Yep, that's it. Permission denied, so anonymous. So a password has been requested. Let's try blank. And it seems like the blank is working. I got the first SID here. Okay, let's examine the output. So from the output, we see users and groups. We see the SIDs of these user and groups. We are interested in only the users. So here we got the administrator, we got the guest, we got KRBTGT, and we got, let's go down. We got this one, and we got this one, white hat. Okay, so let's take all of these users in a one sheet. So what we will do, we're gonna split the view, split left to right, top, bottom, left to right. And here we're gonna go back. So cd TryHackMe. Okay, let's create a new file now. So nano users.txt. So we have this one. I'm interested only in administrator, and let's see here what are the users that we would like to enumerate and find the hash for. Also, I'm interested in a white hat. Okay, we can take these as well. And we have got also another one, which is Enterprise Core VN. Okay. ls. So we have now users, which is here. Okay, let's move, or let's keep it here. Now, what we will do here, according to the diagram, after performing the Smb map, no, I don't need this. So I'm going to perform a strip roasting. We will try to find out what are the users among the ones we have found that have the pre-authentication disabled or pre-auth enabled, sorry, or doesn't require Kerberoast pre-authentication enabled. So let's get back. Okay, we don't want this here, so we're gonna, yep, let me close the board. I don't use it anymore. All right. So here, let's cd, or we are here in the examples folder. We're gonna run get np users. So sudo get np -dc -ip Okay, and after we put the IP address, we have to put or point to the user file, which is users file. Users file is in this directory /users.txt. Okay, and the rest is defining that we don't require password -no -pass, and then the name of the domain controller, which is VulnNet. Let me make sure the name is correct. Do we have double N's or only one N? So double N's, all right. So we have found one hash. Let's take this one hash and create a new file called hashes, let's say. Put the hash here. And now on to hashcat. Hash. Now for AS roasting, the mode is -m 118 or 18200. The hash file, and then use the word list. User share word lists ROQ. Now, while this is running, if you don't want to use, let's go up. If you don't want to use if you don't want to look up the SIDs with this tool, you can always use Kerberoast. Kerberoast is a tool that can enumerate the active usernames on the machine. So what we can do here, let's do a new tab. cd back. So here we have the tool, which is Kerberoast. Okay, so here we specify the mode, which is user enumeration, and then we specify dash D. In this case, the D here is vulnerable reset, vulnerable net dash reset local. Okay, the DC should be the same, so here copy that. And then here we use the list of users that we have got. So in this case, we specify let's remove this one. Try and users. And we run this. Test is 6 usernames. Okay, so here, as you can see, the password has been cracked. And now let's show the password by typing dash show. So this is the password for the user, which is tskid. Okay, now you may be tempted to use that username or use the credentials to log in directly with VulnNet, but behold, we can use the credentials now to perform Kerberoasting attack. In the Kerberoasting, we will be harvesting the service principal names, which means we can also harness or harvest more passwords from the service, from the whatever, the service accounts. So here we're going to use the same tool, which is get user SPNs with UI define dash DC dash IP. So we defined the IP earlier. Let's go up. Now here what we will do, define the domain name, reset local /t, and we define the credentials. The credentials are tskid and the password, which is, don't forget the star at the end of the password. Close the code, and so we define here everything. Now let's run the tool. Run. So what we have got here, let's check out enterprise. So we have this one, this account, but I haven't got the password. Okay, let's do that. Let's define an output for the output file. So here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type dash output file, say pass txt. Permission denied. Okay, let's use sudo. Cat pass txt. Oh, okay. Now this is the hash, right? Now we copy the hash and go to hashcat. So here we got we have hash chest. Okay, so nano hashes 2 txt, paste this one, and now run hashcat. Okay, no hash is loaded. Oh, okay. I think we have to change the mode because this is different. So here the mode for this hash will be, let me check out the hashcat modes. I don't remember the number. Let's go up, scroll up. Let's check out the modes. So we're looking for TGS actually. TGS KRP5. TGS KRP5. If we don't find it here, we're gonna Google it. Because honestly, I can't remember the numbers I can't remember the mode for every hash type. Okay, I'm gonna use Google for the number. So here type KRB5 TGS hashcat mode. When I've tried cracking the hash using, I got token length exception. Okay, let's see the examples. So if we search for KRP 5 TGS, no, TGS. Oh, so it is 13,100. So back to the command line. Now, if we are able to crack the password for this account, which is Enterprise Core VN, which is a service account, we're going to try logging in with that account using Evil WinRM. And it will be our first foothold. Let's go back to Kerberoast, see what happened. So here we were not able to enumerate the users. Let's see here why. Don't test 6 usernames. So why is this happening? Okay, let me cd to TryHackMe. Nano users. And in here, I'm gonna just type administrator, for example, at local. See if this works. Okay. No such file. Oh, cd back. All right, so here, if we put DC dot and the same. I don't know. Let's get back here. I don't waste our time. So here we are way further than this one. Okay, so here the password has been cracked, and just type dash dash show. So where is the password? Oh, this is the password. Starts at R and ends with comma. So this is your password for the account enterprise core VN. So here we're gonna log in now with evil WinRM. -I -U -B. Let's copy that. Here you go, the IP. Let's see. And we have got the first foothold. So who am I? We are Enterprise Core VN at vulnerability reset. That's your first foothold. And as you can see, we got the first foothold by a combination of Kerberoasting and Kerberoasting. So technically now, since we have got the first foothold, we need to get back with SMB results or SMB, share, SMB shares results. And if you go down, scroll down, scroll. Okay. So you see here, we have got these shares, right? Now, why not we try to access these shares with the username or with the credentials that we have recently acquired? So I'm gonna now create a new tab, or split the view to left right. So from here, I'm gonna type SMB client -U. Username will be Enterprise Core VN. // okay. Now define the share that you would like to access. In my case, or in this scenario actually, the share that will yield the results you're looking for is the net logon. Now we can try to access the rest of these, but in this scenario, we're gonna access the net logon. So back to net logon. Typos. SMB client, SUV client. The password now is the one that we have found by running hashcat paste, and you can log in. ls, you see there is a reset password.vps Visual Basic script to reset the password. Of course, download that with get command. Error opening local file reset password. Get, all right, exit ls. So let's see here. This is the file. Let's move this file out of here. Reset into desktop. No such file or directory. Really? Okay, cat. Okay, so let's examine the script. So as you can see, this is Visual Basic script. And in the Visual Basic script, you see hard-coded credentials, str username and str password. Now, these pair of credentials, we can take them and try to log in with EvilWinRM. So a white hat is the username that we have got previously. Let's copy the password and try now to log in with EvilWinRM. So EvilWinRM-I-U-B. If we are able to log in with that user, okay, it means that we can perform DNS sync or DEC sync attack. I don't know why I always say DNS sync. DC sync attack to obtain the administrator hash. We will not use the acquired session here. We're going to use secrets dump tool from inpackets to dump the credentials. So as you can see, the credentials are correct. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to get back to inpackets and use secrets dump. So new tab. If you don't want to close the sessions, you like the sight of shells, don't close them. So now, yeah, what we will use here, secrets dump.py, and username is a white hat at okay, now we will be asked for the password. Just enter. Yeah, the password is the one that is here. Let's copy that. Remote operations failed. Probably we copied the password in the wrong way. Let's go up. Yeah, actually it was, we were missing some characters. So again, paste. Okay. So now let's see if we can dump the administrator hash. If we are able to dump the administrator hash, we don't need to crack it. You can just log in with the hash directly with EvilWinRM and elevate your privileges. Which means actually we can do it. So as you can see, we have listed the hash. So the part that you want is this one. Now again, split EvilWinRM -I-U-H because it's a hash. Okay, so administrator and I is the IP. Oh, come on, no. Send email. Why would I send an email? Copy. Yeah, thank you. Very thorough results. Okay, we don't need the results here. Just trying to log in. And finally, as you can see, we are the administrators. If we type who am I, let's examine the groups. Who am I/groups. Yeah, this is the administrator account. And that is about this challenge. So see you in the next video.